每天练习英文5分钟，流利英文交谈不是梦。
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jack.
And I'm Sophie. We are so glad you're here to level up your English with us today.
Today's lesson is a special one. We've picked a fascinating dialogue about the moon to help you improve your conversational flow.
Absolutely. We chose this because it's packed with natural transitions. Those little phrases that make you sound less like a textbook and more like a native speaker. By the end of this video, you'll not only know more about space, but also how to speculate and share opinions in English with confidence.
Let's dive in. Listen closely to this conversation between two friends, Liz and Joe, as they discuss the secrets of the moon.
Before we dive into the topic, a quick heads up. If you enjoy this, definitely like, subscribe, and share it around. Now, let's go! Hey, Joe. Have you ever thought about the secret of the moon?
All the time. The moon looks so quiet, but I bet it hides many mysteries.
Do you know why we always see the same side of the moon from Earth?
I think it's because the moon doesn't spin.
Not exactly. It actually does spin, but it takes the same time to turn once on its axis as it takes to orbit the Earth, about 27 days.
Oh, so that's why we always see one side. The same half is always facing us. That's called tidal locking, right?
Yes, the other side, which we can't see from Earth, is called the far side, or sometimes the dark side. But it's not really dark. It gets sunlight too.
I heard there are more craters on that side because it faces space more directly.
Indeed. I saw pictures from NASA. It looks rough and full of deep craters.
I've heard old legends say that aliens might live on the far side of the moon. Wouldn't it be wild if that were true?
Ha! That would be amazing. Imagine meeting friendly aliens having a picnic under a crater.
Or maybe they're watching us right now, from behind the moon.
Wow, that's a funny thought. One day I want to visit the moon and see everything with my own eyes, both the near side and the far side.
I believe one day we'll travel to the moon and find out the real secrets.
Maybe the moon is waiting for us to discover them. That was a great chat. Did you catch how they moved from one idea to the next? Let's break down some of that vocabulary.
First up, Joe says, all the time, when Liz asks if he thinks about the moon. This is a much more natural way to say always or frequently. If someone asks, do you practice English? You can say all the time. It shows enthusiasm.
I love that one. Now, Liz mentioned something scientific. Tidal locking. This is when an object orbits another but only shows one face.
And speaking of faces, they mentioned the far side versus the dark side. Liz clarifies that it's not actually dark. It gets sunlight. In English, we use far side to describe the side of something that is hidden or further away. For example, I live on the far side of the city.
Another great phrase Liz used was, not exactly. This is a polite, gentle way to correct someone. Instead of saying, you are wrong, which can be a bit harsh, you say, not exactly, and then provide the right info. It keeps the conversation friendly.
Joe also says, wouldn't it be wild? This is a perfect intermediate structure for speculating about crazy ideas. For example, wouldn't it be wild if we could teleport to work? It's a fun way to dream out loud with your friends.
You know, Jack, listening to them talk about the craters on the far side really makes me want to see it for myself. I always thought The Dark Side of the Moon was just a famous album title.
Right? It's wild, pun intended, to think that the moon is spinning at the exact speed needed to hide its back from us. It's like the moon is a bit shy.
It really is like a secret. And I'm with Liz. Imagine having a picnic in a crater. Though I think the friendly aliens might find our sandwiches a bit weird.
Speaking of wild ideas, if you want to talk about the moon's secrets with your friends, here are 2 quick tips to sound more natural. First, use speculative phrases. Instead of saying, maybe aliens are there, try what Joe said. I bet it hides many mysteries. It sounds much more conversational.
Great tip. My second tip is to use I've heard to introduce a rumor or an interesting fact you aren't 100% sure about. Joe uses this perfectly when he says, I've heard old legends say. This takes the pressure off you to be a scientist and lets you just enjoy the conversation.
Absolutely. Whether it's title locking or aliens, these phrases help you keep the talk flowing.
Because honestly, with how fast technology is moving, traveling to the moon won't be a dream much longer. I'd definitely sign up for a lunar vacation, as long as there's good Wi-Fi to keep making these videos for you guys.
Totally. The moon is just waiting for us to figure it all out. Now, we want to hear from you. If you could travel to the moon tomorrow, what is the first thing you would look for? Aliens? Craters? Or maybe a quiet spot for a picnic?
Leave a comment below using one of our new phrases, like all the time, or wouldn't it be wild? We read every single one.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and keep speaking confidently.
See you in the next lesson. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you next time.